Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Not sure how the audio is going to sound in here, but I kind of like this setup, so I'm going to figure it out. I do have a lav microphone that I can use in future videos if this doesn't work out, but we're going to test it out anyway. I asked a poll on Instagram if you guys wanted a video on taking your own cosplay photos or 5 tips on beginning Spidey cosplayers, so
I just got $1 million bands today. About to go and spin a bag for them bands today. Yeah, about to spend $100 grand today. Lot of blue face, honey, it's a blueberry parade. Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about 5 tips for beginning Spider-Man cosplayers. Alright, so number 1, guys, is it's very, very important to cover your lower area while you're out in public or even at home cosplaying, because your family members don't want to see that. Look for a full seat dance belt if you don't want to feel like you're wearing a thong. Yeah, that helps a bunch. I prefer to wear one of those over some tight compression boxer briefs, and that really tends to cover it up pretty well. Alright, number 2, guys, don't think too much about anything while you're actually being Spider-Man. If you're trying too hard, it's gonna come off that way. He's supposed to be awkward, so if you're not exactly on the right footing, that's okay, because people are gonna get more joy out of it. It seems more realistic and believable if you kinda aren't 100% confident in what you're doing. This applies a lot when it comes to talking to kids or even adults. A lot of kids will come up and ask you questions, and you might not be able to think on your feet right away. It's good to kind of have some pre-planned responses to, hey, shoot a web, or could you do a flip if it's something that you can't do right now. There's always an excuse that you can make up that lines up with Spidey that the kids are going to believe. Don't force anything beyond your own ability. Number 3, guys, don't overthink your costume itself. Just because someone has a costume that's fully screen printed or has shoes and you're running around in a lycra suit that has tennis shoes, that's completely fine. I've been there plenty of times, running around in an Amazon suit with some Nike SBs on my feet. You really just understand that you're doing it because you enjoy it, you're having fun. It doesn't always have to be, I have the best thing ever. That probably sounds kind of hypocritical coming from me because I am always a perfectionist in these videos. The more that I've done this, the more that I've realized it doesn't have to be perfect. For example, this guy is not perfect whatsoever. The webbing is not accurate, it's not completely thick, it's not consistent at all. The spider emblem isn't 100% right, but I love this suit. I could have went and invested in getting another one, but have I? No. I just like it. I mean, it's something that I enjoy. So if you can get to terms with that and you can become grateful for what you do have and not what everybody else that you're seeing on Instagram and YouTube have, then it becomes even more enjoyable. Number 4 would be to promote yourself. A lot of people ask me questions on how do you get birthday parties or events, how do you get people to come to you and ask you to do an event as Spider-Man. Biggest thing that I did when I first started out was posting on Facebook. I would just use one of the photos that I had and post in like the local group chats around me and ask if anybody was looking for Spider-Man for a birthday or an event. And almost every time I posted, it might not have led to a gig, but it at least led to somebody messaging me or asking me, hey, what are your rates? Opening a door is better than keeping it closed all the time, even if they don't walk through. So the last tip is going to be probably underwhelming, but it's really important to me because I see it a lot on Instagram, especially. There's a lot of back and forth about whether you need one of these, but I promise you don't need one. I have masks with just regular attached lenses, and if you're really trying to do the whole Spider-Man thing, he doesn't use a face shell. Canonically, he's not going to. It's just, he's a teenage kid. He's not going to wear a helmet in his face. The face shell is really, if you're just going for pinpoint accuracy, the face shell really helps keep the exact shape that they had in whichever movie or show, and it doesn't make the mask flimsy, so it kind of just stays there. This can be good or bad. If you're doing a comic book type suit, I never recommend a face shell. I did that with my Spectacular Spider-Man suit because those lenses are very, very hard to find and to look right on a mask, so a face shell seemed like an easier route to go. You want to have that rigidity on some costumes, like the Raimi suit, and you kind of want to have flexibility on others, like the TASM 2 suit sometimes. I want to have an extra mask with spare lenses on that without a face shell, because sometimes it's just better to have that mask rather than the whole thing. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more videos to this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.